everybody. Well, one of you. What's going on? Oh, two people. Sweet. Hey guys. Oh, darn it. I forgot to put foundation on. Oh well. No, it's just in my bathroom too. 4 people, yay. Hello. Hi, feisty lady. How's it going? What's up? Hope everyone is having a good Saturday. I'm gonna make the stream a bit shorter because I have church. And now we have church at 4 because of the saying daylight or standard time. And we have to be outside because of people are stupid and aren't wearing their masks, so we're back in the purple tier. So we have to have church outside, and it's standard time, and then so it's at 4. So this stream's going to be a bit shorter than my other one. So we'll wait for folks to come in. But let's chat. Like, how are you guys doing? Do you have questions for me? What's going on? I wish I could play music or something because this is awkward, but I know there's like a whole licensing thing. Unless I find some like public domain stuff. But that would be like all classical stuff that only weird people like me like. So, what's going on? So, yeah, you noticed the poll question? You guys probably don't play GTA, but I was thinking the other night, and I was talking about it in the Discord about what GTA character that KJ is most like. And at first I thought she would be like Frances McReary. Hey, Kiki Trees! At first I thought she would be Frances McReary because in Blood Brothers and GTA 4, Frances basically threatens Nico with killing Derek. And he goes, do it or I will put you away. And I was like, whoa, that's KJ, right? But then I remember my grandson plays GTA, awesome. I remember Liberty City Stories, and Toni's mom. KJ, I don't think would order a hit on her son. I mean, she's not in the mafia, but Toni's mom basically orders a hit on him because she thinks he's a failure, even though he's one of Salvatore Leone's like most like highest ranking guys in the mafia. He's a cop. No, he's not a capo yet in LCS, but and then once he becomes a main man, she calls him up and goes, "Oh, I knew you could do it," like being all fake. And I was like, "Whoa, that's KJ! Holy shit, that's 100% KJ. KJ is Ma Cipriani, like 100%." And when I get my streaming service like set up and I figure out how to do all that, I'll play clips and stuff. That's what I want to do because the KJ talk is so serious that I want to break it up. Like I want a game for you guys or play some funny videos. And I wanted I don't know, I'll either use Google Meet and stream on YouTube or I'll use a streaming software. But I don't want this channel to be all KJ, really. unless she does something wicked dramatic. Um, I want it to be more gaming and stuff like that because I'm low key scared of the drama. So I'm just scared. um. So yeah, how are you guys? So that was what I was thinking about. I mean, I can't think of any other characters she would be. Um, but yeah. Um. So, how are you guys? Do you have any questions? What's going on today? I found a wicked funny KJ clip. I'm gonna play it. I hope. Well, actually, let's do that now. Let's do a sound test. I want to see if you guys can, excuse me, hear this. All right, so let me know if you can hear this.
They appointed Keith Ellison yesterday, which is good. Keith Ellison is, interestingly, he was one of the very first Muslim
Can you guys hear that?
in the House of Representatives, and he was one of the very first to be elected, and then also like take his oath on the.
Oh, don't play that part. That's the funny part. I don't want to play that part yet. But could you guys hear that? Let me know. All two of you. 3 of you. Yay. All right. All right. Yay! Can you hear it? Yes. Awesome. So I cut off right before the funny part because today we're going to talk about KJ and her weird ass comments about religion. And already I'm wicked proud of myself because I'm not saying or like as much as I was in my first life. So that I'm wicked happy about. And yes, I say wicked a lot because I'm from New Hampshire and New England, and we say wicked all the time. Hi, Gertie. How are you today? So yeah, I'm from New Hampshire, so I'll say wicked like every 2 seconds. And yeah, you see my Bruins and Red Sox pennant. So I like all New England sports. So yeah, so today we're gonna talk about KJ and her weird, like, euphoric comments about religion because she's so bad shit about it. I don't even know. And yeah, I was gonna do this in my first live, but I was all over the place and it was crazy and I messed up but now I have it figured out and I played with stuff a little more and we're good to go. Gertie, New Hampshire. I can't screen share because I'm not an expert at that yet. But so right now I'm in California, which is like if you know what the United States looks like, I'm right here in California. But New Hampshire is like way over on the East Coast. I don't understand why she's so critical on lots of people's religions. Yeah. And we're gonna kind of talk about because some people on the Reddit have said that she is critical of Jewish and Muslim people, but I've only heard her talk shit about Christians. I could be wrong. And I have heard she's made anti-Semitic comments. So I could be wrong. But yeah, she also did. I think she does talk shit about other religions too because I think a few weeks ago she made that live where she was tripping balls, right? And she's showing everyone about why Mercury, what is it? Mercury in retrograde. Can you tell I don't pay attention to astrology? She was saying why Mercury in retrograde is bad. Or why Mercury in retrograde was a myth or something. And she's like, it's science. I'm like, you can't even do a molecular equation. You don't even know what a molecular equation is. Don't talk about science, bitch. Seriously. I can't do molecular equations either. Ironically, that was the only thing I did that in chemistry was molecular equations, which is ironic because I suck at math. I don't get it. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that and disclaimer for I don't know anything about astrology. All I know is that I'm a Sagittarius, and occasionally I would look at, when I went to college, my newspaper, the school newspaper would have and stuff like that. And I read them from time to time, but I never really, because it was always like, you're gonna have a good day today, and I'm like, yeah, I am having a good day today. Thanks. I didn't need a star to that, but sorry, I know I'm kind of being hypocritical. I'm not insulting astrology. If you believe that, if you walk past the Taurus, you're well. I don't care what you believe, but I'm just saying that I personally don't really put thought into it. Is what I'm saying. But I'm okay with people that believe. Oh, we froze. Hold on. Okay. Are we good? Let me know if we're good, guys. Because it's going slow. I'm opening and closing my hand to see. Are we okay? Let me know. I know there's only 4 of you. Alright, I think we're okay now. So I'll just sync a little bit. Okay, so I think we're good. So, if you personally believe that a Capricorn will fuck you up 2 ways to Sunday, I don't care. That's your opinion and what you believe. I don't care. But everyone has the right to believe what they want to believe. Yes, exactly, feisty lady. So, but I can't even find the words to it because her hate for religion just makes me speechless. I feel like she tries to have a lot of the same talking points as male atheists, but how they like to use logic and facts and science and blah blah blah. And you can't prove God exists. Well, you can't prove he doesn't exist. Oh, speaking of which, yes, I am a believer. I am a practicing Catholic. Well, I mentioned I was going to church today, but I wasn't sure if you guys knew what religion I was. But so yeah, I am a practicing Catholic, so I am gonna talk about this from a Catholic perspective, Christian perspective, religious person perspective. So, like I said, I think she tries to have the same kind of male atheists, and how they try to pretend they're all smart. But it just comes off as very pick me, like a pick me girl kind of. And I think she's only with the Norse mythology stuff. People on the Reddit and the Discord have said that, they practice like satanic rituals and like they go out and bang the drums, and I don't think they go. Honestly, I'm not one of those Christians for atheists. I don't think they're like that. They might be a little weird, but I think they're, what is it, American Horror Story Apocalypse, where like the 15-year-old kid becomes a Satanist and starts worshiping Baphomet. I don't think they're like that. I think they're just a little weird. And they're big into their Nordic, or his Nordic heritage, which is fine. You can be. And they talk, but they do have, has a lot of white supremacy Nordic symbols. And I said this on the Discord, that it's okay to be into Norse. Like, a lot of runes are used for like white supremacy and stuff, but being into Norse mythology and stuff is okay. It's totally fine. I like Norse mythology. I think it's like one of my favorite mythologies. I think it's even more interesting than Greek and Roman mythology. But it's no different from like an Irish person drinking, or an Italian person getting into opera, or something like that. The problem comes, say, a German person goes from wearing lederhosen to like full on wearing swastikas and praising Hitler. That's not, so that's kind of like the Norse mythology and white supremacy. That's where the line gets drawn. Gertie Norse is Nordic. So, like, mostly Norway, but if you think of the Vikings, right, they were Scandinavia. So Norway, Sweden, I think Finland, Denmark, and Iceland. That's years, like during the Dark Ages. You probably don't watch Avengers, but stuff like Odin, Thor, hold on. Unstable connection. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, unstable connection. But we're back. So Norse mythology is stuff like Odin, Thor, Loki, Freya. Those are their gods. And like stuff like Valhalla. Yeah, I know of Thor. He's yeah. I mean, he's not my type. I told you guys during the last stream, I like video game guys and deceased actors. So, but yeah. So you got it. So, but going back to the Satanism thing, I don't think, like, people were saying she kills animals and stuff like that. I don't think so. The stuff with the neighbors, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. So Cajun religion, let's see. I mentioned earlier that, and I, correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard she said some anti-Semitic things in the past. But when she talks about religion, or rather insults religion, it's mostly geared at Christians, us. And she tends to, besides her fundy talk, which is like, okay, let's talk about that, because it's like a shirt like this, I feel like. It's like you shit on the ground we walk on, right? But then you look at fundies and you're like, oh my god, they're so fascinating, like they're fucking animals in the zoo. Like I said during the last my last live, I don't like fundies, okay? They make us look bad, they're awful people, and I don't like them. Okay? Putting that out there now so there's no confusion. Okay. I don't like fundies. Yeah. Okay. So the KJ will spend, like, when she live streams with Toad, like, she's like, Christians are a cult, this and this and this. And then when she does her Duggo streams, she's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Either we're shitty humans and you hate us and you want nothing to do with us, or you like us. Unstable connection. Hold on. Let's see. Alright. So either you like us, or so either you hate us and you want nothing to do with us, or worshiping us, but like fascinated by us and you want to saw at or some shit. You can't have your taken up to an atheist on the street and he punched me in the face and then he helped me up and goes, you're really cool. Can I get your number? I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You just punched me. I don't want to be friends with you. Like, I can't. I can't. By the way, I should add, none of these fuckers are great for autistic people like me because they flip flop so damn much, and I need shit to be clear. Speaking of which, the whole unicuck shit. I don't even know. I'm not touching him with a 10-foot pole. Anyway, so and like I said during the my last stream, the whole thing with well, whenever she does Duggar streams, it's like, ew, they got married and ew, they had a baby. Like, I think KJ confuses fundy. I think Raiderette said it during the last live stream. I think she confuses fundy views with their life events. Let's see how to say this. If she like a baby getting baptized, for example, right? I don't know if fundies do baptism. We do, but I don't know if fundies do. I'm sure they do because it's Christian, yeah. But a baby getting baptized, for example, right? If the Douglas were to get a baby baptized, she would be like, I think she's one of those atheists that's like, oh my god, like they're forcing religion on a baby. Ah, shit, save them. Yeah, but a lot of people are baptized but are atheist or agnostic now. So it's not forcing. Now, circumcision is kind of a different story. I know there's a lot of controversy on it. I am half Jewish. Dad and my brother are Jewish. And they are both circumcised, but I don't know. There's a lot of controversy over that, so I'm just not going to touch that because I know there's a lot, you know. of, even in the Jewish community, I know there's a lot of back and forth over that. So I don't want to speak on something I'm not totally familiar with, because I'm not KJ, as in I don't do things like that. So we'll skip over that. But baptizing, it's just, in atheist terms, all it is, like, you know how atheists insult communion wafers? Like, oh, they have no taste. And I'm like, yes, it's a wafer. Like, why is that so shocking? I don't know. All in atheist terms, all baptism is dumping water on a baby's head. And for me, it's a lot more powerful, but to you, it's just water. You know? So each religion has their own things that others look at as weird or wrong. Yeah. That's true. So, and it's controversial, which is why I don't want to get like heated and stuff like that. So yeah. KJ, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is why she bugs me so much. I think if she was Baptist or something, ex-Baptist or something like that, this wouldn't bug me as much. But she used to be Catholic, and she left the faith, which is fine. I mean, plenty of people do. My sister did. But then she goes on a lot and talks about how Catholicism's a cult, and every religion is a cult. And the other night, I think she was talking about Mormonism and how that's a cult. I want to ask KJ, what do you think I do every day? You know, like, I want to ask KJ, another atheist like her, that, what do you think I do every day? You know, what do you think? Do you think I'm like, and I always bring him up, but do you think I'm like the preacher that's outside of the Bowen safe house in GTA 4 preaching about fire and brimstone and you're all gonna die? No, I have a job. I go to work and watch TV and stuff. I'm just like you. Like, I play fucking. Hold on, I got it. Dang it, I was so angry I had to get. I play. Look at how many GTA games I have. And plus, I have more on PlayStation Store. I play GTA. This is like the last game a devout Catholic should be playing. But I play a violent video games and nudity and swearing and everything else. We aren't like Bible thumpers, you know, like what like you know, Puritan families that like make a woman dress and like I'm wearing a t-shirt because it's California and California doesn't know what weather is and doesn't know what fall is. So I have to wear a t-shirt. Sorry. Deep breath. But yeah. And I like sometimes I listen to rap music and I pull. But because I go to a building for an hour every week, I'm Satan. Do you see the irony in that statement? Do you see it? Nah. I'm not gonna get mad. Oh, okay. Whatever. What else? Oh, I want to play the clip now. Hold on. Let's play this. Oh, you can't hear now because of the.
They appointed Keith Ellison yesterday, which is good. Keith Ellison is, interestingly, he was one of the very first Muslim in the House of Representatives, and he was one of the very first to be elected, and then also like take his oath on the Torah. He's also a person of color.
Holy shit. Oh, man. We have to listen to it again. But I'll answer your question in a second.
So like take his.
What are you saying? Come on, buddy. Yeah. The shit about religion. You don't know that much. Oh man, that's incredible. Oh. Oh. Ah, boy. Well, you know, the loudest atheists are always usually the most uneducated, so. That's. It's not a world record, but it belongs in the Guinness Book of World Records. It really does. Oh, Lord. That's awesome. Oh. She wants to talk all the shit about religion. Oh, we're unstable again. Okay, yeah. She wants to talk all the shit about religion, right? But you don't even know the text that we use, or that Muslims use. What does she think? Let's read the Kama Sutra? or you know, we read the Quran? I can't. Oh man, that's incredible. But yeah, but that goes back to what I'm saying. Whenever she talks about religion, it's very uneducated. Like this, and how she keeps saying we're a cult, and you know, all the stuff. And like, maybe, I mean, well, you can talk about the jugglers, but I'm just saying you don't watch the show and you make it pretty damn obvious you don't. I don't either, but I don't pretend talk about it. Yeah, feisty lady. She hasn't educated herself about religion. Oh, Gertie, I'm sorry. My shirt says life is good. And I guess I have to make this. Well, it's not really an ad, but they're based out of Boston. Shirts like this, like one in like you can find your hobby, like it's music or something like that, and it's on a shirt. Like there'll be a little stick figure playing a guitar or something like that. So, um, they don't have a lot of women's shirts like this. The only women's stuff they really make is like cropped, but most like in guys' sizes. And then we don't in this house we do not respect Vineyard Vines. Vineyard Vines is a knockoff. I'm sorry, but it is. Anyway, so back to KJ. Yeah, and she hasn't educated herself at all on religion. Yeah, to be talking about it. It's like if she's and that's sad because if she's a Catholic like I am, we went through like 12 years of CCD. She was presumably confirmed in the church, and they won't. Frozen. Yep, there you go. They won't let you get confirmed unless you. Well, you'll get confirmed, but you need to be well educated in the faith, and and about the other case, you learn about those in school. So I just don't think there's any excuse for her. Um, I don't know. I know she can do better religion. Um, and the whole thing about astrology, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I don't know. It just leaves me speechless. That like, and I did call her out on it once during the live stream and tell her, "Oh, I'm like a cool Catholic," because that's like a joke I make. Like when someone thinks all Catholics suck or like Christians suck or whatever, I'm like, "Oh, I'm cool. You know, I play violent video games and stuff like that," and she didn't really address it. So, if she wants to believe that, that's fine. And I'm not saying she's not entitled to her beliefs, but we are entitled to call her out on it because it puts us in a bad light. And I think and I know this sounds like conspiracy theorist, but I think she eats what the secular media feeds her, especially when it comes to the Duggars and the Plaths and stuff. By the way, I watched the Plaths show once when I used to watch her. I know, I used to watch her. I know. Um, and I couldn't get over how much the dad looks like a pencil. Right? He looks like a pencil. He's just like he has that round eraser head and then like a really thin body. Hi, Lookies. What's up? But yeah, the dad looks like a pencil in that show. I can't get over it. But anyway, and that's why too. And I wanted to say this. That's why she would show up Olivia's ass. Olivia, like Ethan's wife or whatever, because she was like, I remember watching her live stream and um about the class, and she was like gushing over Olivia, like she's exposing him to the real world, and it's so awesome, and I really love her, and it's like it was just like I want Bundy's to get exposure to the real world, but the way she just obsessed over Olivia and obsesses over people that expose Fundies to the real world is so cringe. But she acts like they're the savior of these evil families, and that's so cringe. What's funny say, I don't know, maybe her problem is that she blames, and I relate to that because I do, like I said in my last live stream, I sometimes blame God for my disability. But the thing is, and I know this somehow became a controversial statement over the years, but I think everything happens for a reason, and God does things for a reason. I think, and maybe her son doesn't believe this now. Hell, I have days when I don't believe it, and I'm 28. Maybe he doesn't believe this now, but there was a reason he was put on this earth as a disabled person. There was a reason I was put here on earth as a disabled person. We may not see it, but in my belief, God is going to make it clear to us why. And she doesn't have to believe that. She can hate, God for that. And another theory I think is very plausible is that she wants something to believe in. She goes so hard against religion because it's something she wants to believe in. I can see that, but atheists I've talked to will tell you, like, oh, I wish I had something to believe in like you. They'll tell me that. KJ, I don't think. Now, KJ, I don't see. I mean, she's not totally honest and forthcoming, so she may not tell you that outright. But yeah, that theory is still very plausible to me. And I don't want to say this, but like, I wonder if she gave up religion for Toad, maybe, because he's into Norse pagan stuff, and maybe she gave it up and started going full against religion for him. I don't know. That's hard to say. I do want to say that this is the big reason why I left her. Call me thin-skinned, whatever. I admit I am, but she did a live stream and a while ago, and I think it was a live stream where she made fun of Chelsea from Teen Mom and her anxiety. She was live streaming with God, with Toad, and someone asked her very nicely with a smiley face on the end and everything, decorate for Christmas, or if they already, I guess this, so not last December, but like, I don't remember when all of that was. I don't watch Teen Mom anymore, but someone asked her, like, very nicely, are you decorating for Christmas this year? Like, it was like a split. She was like, she snapped. She kind of like, she didn't yell at her, but you'll. Okay, I mean, nothing wrong with celebrating Yule. It's to be the thing, and I said this on the Discord too, but atheists would gravitate towards this one because apparently we're supposed to give a shit about what you celebrate. Okay. That's another thing. Is some atheists think we'll have the biggest connection, the most boomer connection fit over like stuff they do, and it's like, I don't care. Anyway, yeah, and until they realized that pagans celebrated and it wasn't cool anymore. Anyway, so um so yeah, and then she's like, well, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with celebrating Yule at all. It's just the way she just snapped at that person. Like, we don't celebrate Christmas in this house, as if like there's something wrong with Christmas, which there isn't. Well, I'm gonna go up to my dad's for Thanksgiving on Friday because I work on that school Thanksgiving, so we're gonna have Thanksgiving Friday or Sunday. Everything's going up. This apartment's gonna be like, because I love Christmas. And it's available. Hold on. I'll show you guys this weekend if I decorate. So, but here's the kick. But I think it was you that posted this. There's an Instagram post of her with a Christmas tree. Now, I think there's a Yule tree that they decorated and whatever, but it was a Christmas tree, and she posted the caption, Merry Christmas. Okay. I forget how long ago that was from, but I was like, okay. Now I know we always talk about like, well, maybe they like in with Santa Claus and presents and stuff like that. Maybe they do it for him. But the thing is the Christmas tree was in their what looked like them. And I'm like, well, if Christmas isn't an entire family thing, why put it there? Like, if you wanted to do like a small Christmas for your son, do what my cousin used to do it too, and his parents were Catholic, and I'm Catholic, but we used to have like put a small Christmas tree, like one of those ones you can get that are in the little booth or whatever. Like, put a little like Charlie Brown Christmas tree in your room, in his room. That's what I used to do. Like, even though we had our big tree downstairs, but so it's like, because when I heard it in the live stream that night, I was like, oh, okay, fine, Frozen. Oh, okay. because when I heard it in the live stream that night, I was like, oh, okay, fine. She doesn't celebrate Christmas. Fine. But back then, all these things, all these inconsistencies that are weird, that made me confused. So it's like, I don't know, something's up, and I don't know what. And while we're talking about decorations, this isn't really religion related, but for Halloween, I remember her saying it was her son's favorite or holiday, or that I remember her saying, like, we love Halloween in this house. But whenever she does an IG live, I don't really expect decorations in her office, because people never put decorations in their office. I mean, unless it's like a small table thing. But whenever she does an IG live from her living room, there's never like any Halloween decorations. Like there's no ghosts or like anything like that. I mean, if they carved pumpkins, they would probably be outside, right, on their doorstep. Like if they're one of those minimalist families that like just do the pumpkins on the doorstep and that's it. Call my office look like a dungeon for Halloween. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm just speaking from personal experience. Like, my parents never really put anything in our office at home, unless, like, when I used to come home for Christmas, I would put my little Christmas tree in there, because that's where I would sleep, and my brother and sister would be upstairs. But yeah. So, but yeah, like, unless they're one of those minimalist families that just do the pumpkins on the doorstep and that's it. Like, you think if they love Halloween, there would be decorations everywhere. So I don't know. Unless it's I said on the Discord, maybe she does like Samhain, but that's a wicked thing. I don't. She's a Catholic. But what I will say though, as a Catholic, like, and stuff, and stuff like that, is interesting to me. But we can chat to it. But it's a sweet silent film. Side note, black screen. Hold on. Swedish silent horror movies are fucked up. Like, they, like, that's crazy. I don't know. They were tripping balls in Sweden back then. Crazy. But I'm crazy, no. Yeah, and of what the Phantom Carriage. That's what inspired The Shining. Like so maybe I won't load it because my computer is slow when I stream, but check out, I'll post the name of it in the chat rather. Hack Owl through the ages. watching it, I'm not gonna lie though, watching it's all about a lot of the first in the Middle Ages and like a very good um it's kind of a silent it's a horror movie slash history movie kind of, but yeah, check it out if you wanna and it's actually first their doors and stuff like the church where and the devil's son, there's one part where through her window is like, come on, right now, boyfriend. I don't need to go. Oh, Peter likes to act up a lot. Yeah, sorry about that. But I'm glad you came. Thank you all for coming and hearing me talk about this. So, but yeah, going back to KJ, I thought she might have been talking about um Samhain, or like she might be into Samhain, but that's a Wiccan thing, and she's an atheist or a pagan or whatever. So, oh, no one's here. What else? Well, we're at an hour. Oh, well, so that's kind of my thoughts. Oh, so that's kind of, yeah, she claims a lot of, we already know she doesn't buff. So, we already know KJ doesn't think she doesn't have a, I don't know, like she doesn't take the time to experience, or like that live stream that night. It's science. It's not real, guys. That's the extent of her religious studies. Besides if she went to CCD or whatever. So, but I don't. And I know she did a lot of religious stuff with like Steve McReary and Kyle and all that. I don't know about any of that. I know what the case is about for the most part, but it's like that's a whole host of people playing with that, dealing with that. That I was saying that the other day. I love how divided this drama is because like it's one group of people dealing with KJ, and then there's the other group of people dealing with Rock and Steve and Kyle. I think that's funny. It's like we've all been divided into our little groups, teams of drama. But, but I know she was on like a lot of atheist streams and stuff like that, like the non-sequitur. I don't know what the non-sequitur show is. I don't want to speak on that. But in the article I read the other Thursday, she was saying that, oh, I talked to my pastor, and I was like, I know that was 3 years ago, but your pastor? But I thought you were like a devout atheist. So with us and Kyle and all that, but your pastor, I can't see you having a pastor. Or maybe she did at one point. Because Kyle, and then she found Jesus when her son was diagnosed, and now she's back to atheism. So, and I also remember someone telling me that I think it was on Little Red Stream that they said I oh no, it was on Reddit that they think she's an atheist just for a cloud. I agree. I think, and again, you see this a lot in a lot of female atheists that are kind of like pick me girls. A lot of the time, they might be atheists, but it's like a normal believe what you want atheist. But a lot of them will echo like this, but all counterparts like with the bashing religion and stuff like that because they're pick me girls, you know. But someone said that she's an atheist for a club. I think she's at the very least. I think and she doesn't want to admit it. I think she's a Gnostic. And just doesn't want to admit it. I think she thinks there's a higher power, and I think she thinks there has to be because of that period of time when her son was diagnosed and she found Jesus. Yeah, I think I see this a lot in atheists that go so hard against religion. A lot of times, yes, this is just like the loud ones, you know. But yeah, that's just my opinion and my estimate. But I will say, I think the Satanism stuff and the scaring the neighbor's kids with the drums and all that, I think that goes a little too far. I don't think like I kind of believe her when she says she's never done anything like that. Because that doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I can see it and I can't. I can see Toad being into something like that and maybe dragging her along, but I don't think she would be into that by herself. And another thing I kind of wanted to bring up, and I said this on the Reddit and on the Discord, is and let me preface this by saying, I'm liberal and like I voted for Joe and like all that. Despite what Katie wants you to believe, most Catholics and Christians know Minnesota has its conservatives. We saw that in the election. I mean, it was so split. But the whole flag thing with her and, these people threw rocks at my kid or, they tore my flag, and there's that thing about the N-word at the high schools where she lives, where Trump is elected. Word at the high schools where she lives, where Trump is elected. Over the summer, they were in the news so much because of the George Floyd shooting and the protests and stuff like that. And you saw how liberal it was then, but protests and stuff like that. If I didn't know any better, the way she describes like every minute, every second, there's a hate crime happening to her. It makes it sound like she lives in like the middle of Mississippi. No offense to anyone who's from the South, but she makes it sound like she's from Alabama or Mississippi or Georgia or some backwoods town like Texas or something. Like I know those hate crimes happened in Minnesota. Like, I know those hate crimes happened in Minnesota. Hate where she likes to do that thing where that a lot of liberal atheists do, where it's like I'm the only liberal, and all these conservative Christians are doing all these hate crimes and things like that. That it kind of plays into her atheism, because I think and we throw rocks at her kid because she's disabled when I'm disabled and Christian, so that doesn't make sense. And there's plenty of disabled Christians, so that doesn't make sense. So that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think it plays into her atheism because she wants to make us look like shit, like shitty human beings. But in reality, she keeps lying about these horrible things happening, putting not only Christians but all these other groups into horrible light. Excuse me. Like even high school kids, when she was claiming the Trump thing happened with the N-word and stuff, she's putting not only Christians but all these other groups into this horrible, horrible light. And she doesn't. It's like you live in a blue state. I mean, you voted blue in the last election. So I don't know why you're trying to make it look like you live in some conservative backwoods town, because you don't. I kind of wanted to talk about, and yeah, I think I got everything else myself, but yeah. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. And I didn't fuck up that end of the stream. Woo! Yes. Awesome. So, oh yeah, by the way, I meant to apologize for that. I was trying to play a KJ theme for you guys, and I had my headphones in, but I unplugged them, and it took away the sound, and it took away my mic. So, that's the explanation. So, I think this is going to be it for a while until I figure out how to stream like games and play videos and stuff. And until KJ does something stupid, maybe I'll talk about like her doxing and everything like that. But we'll see. So thank you for watching, and have a good weekend, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Come on, buddy.